Heels don't even do that. It just don't ever start up. It's up now.
Start over.
And
you saw me run the ice on my page. Full court.
Full court press on him. Gotta give him 94 feet.
Oh, yeah. He's talking about that here.
Good.
Say, Shalom. Shalom. All right, first and foremost, we're going to get started. We're going to face the east. We give all honor and glory and power to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Ba'akadosh.
I want to say double honors to our elders, our great apostles, the great millstone, who rule well, teach well, be a great example to Israel, mainly the elect. I want to say peace and blessing to the hopefully elect on the four corners, pushing the truth in sincerity, a great song. All right, we're GMS Memphis camp. All right, we got a special guest, the brother. All right, from the Indianapolis camp. All right, we also got the brother Yah from the GMS Memphis camp, man. All right, we coming once again. Mississippi. So like that.
Same thing.
Yeah, Mississippi. You know, hey, Lord willing, y'all be edified when we lay loud down, man. Yeah, go ahead, bro.
this is Isaiah chapter 51, verse 1. Cry loud, spare not, and lift up thy voice like a trumpet.
Hey, cry loud, spare not, lift up thy voice like a trumpet, man. That's what we're doing as being men of the Lord and being prophets. The Lord has set us up to be watchmen. That's what we are doing, man. We're crying out loud to our fellow servants, man. All right, our brethren that had a testimony of Yahweh Shah. All right? Hey, that's what we're doing, man. We out here proclaiming divine truth. All right, and also fishing for the elect, man, so we can get up out of here. So we coming out here week in, week out, in season, out of season. All right, prophesy the downfall of America, man. That's part of crying out loud. All right? Exposing the wicked for who they is, man. That's Esau, Edom, Chief, the other nation.
And show my people their transgressions.
All right, his people. Who is the Lord's people? The Lord's people are Israelites, man. Which consists of so-called Negro, Latino, Native American, and Spanish, man. All right, y'all the chosen people of the Bible, man. All right, it's not no you African. All right, you wetbacks. All right, you're a fucking Mexican or Puerto Rican. No, man. All right, y'all the children of the Most High, man. Y'all the apple of the Lord's eye. All right, and we coming back into that. You know, go ahead.
In the house of Jacob, their sins.
In the house of Jacob, their sin, your transgression, man. What are you doing wrong, man? And what are you supposed to be doing? All right, the Lord has gave us, all right, our job, our duty on the earth, man. Right? He said, well, fear the Most High, keep His commandments, because that's the whole duty of man. All right, that's your job, to fear the Lord and keep His commandments, man. All right? But guess what? We doing it, all right, through the grace that He has gave us. We rehearsing the righteous acts, man.
There you go.
Coming back and say our true inheritance.
Romans 12:1. I beseech you, therefore, brethren, by the mercies of Yahweh, that you present your bodies a living sacrifice.
That's part of the thing about a living sacrifice coming out here, man. Week in and week out. In the rain, in the sleet, or the snow, where it's cold, where it's hot. All right, that's a living sacrifice, man. All right, balance the elements. Well, some brother might be sick. They still got to come out here and sacrifice their body, their time, man. All right, but who? You have about some amount of time. All right, so it's a good thing that you out here making your body a living sacrifice. You see, because a lot of the brothers are not doing they sacrificing the body for the flesh. They sacrificing our body for the spirit. It's really immortality. Holy,
acceptable unto the Most High. Y'all about to show me I'm a shot. This what pleasing on now, man. All right, this pleasing unto the Lord. What we doing? Coming down here prophesying the downfall of this wicked king. All right, which is our reasonable service. Which is your reasonable service. Which is your reasonable service. So this is something that you're supposed to be doing, man. All right, the Lord, he said, proclaim this among not the Gentiles, but speak by Esau. Set your face against Mount Seir.
Oh, it's 35.
35.
Yep.
Yep, get that real quick. 35. Because this is what we're supposed to be doing, man. This is the end time. The so-called white man is going down. So the Lord said, set your face against Mount Seir. Get it figured out.
This is Isaiah 35, verse 3. And say unto it, thus saith the Lord.
You started one. Yeah, started one.
This is Ezekiel chapter 35, verse 1. And moreover, the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, Son of man, set thy face against Mount Seir.
Yeah, who is Mount Seir, man? Mount Seir represents who? Edom, which is Esau, man, the so-called white man. So the Lord says, set thy face against Mount Seir. And what else he said?
And prophesy against it.
And what prophesy against it means to speak against it. And by speaking against the so-called white man, telling him what? His rulership is going to have an end. His kingdom is falling. All right? Go ahead.
And say unto it, thus saith the Lord God, behold, O Mount Seir, I am against thee, and I will stretch out my hand against thee.
But God is all love. And he just said he's against someone. All right? To be against someone is no love, man. You see? That he is the enemy. He is the enemy to the Lord, and he is the enemy to the prophet. All right? Go ahead.
And I will make thee most desolate.
And he said, what? He going to make thee more desolate. And what it's talking about America. See, America going to be a desolate wilderness, man. And when you go into the book of Joel. All right? By what? Thermonuclear missile. Along with the chariots, man. Go ahead.
And I will lay thy cities waste, and thou shalt be desolate, and thou shalt know that I am the Lord.
That's right. See, he going to know that Yahweh Shema Shai exists, man. All right? Once he sent his son, man, on the biggest so-called UFO there is, man, along with the angels, to recompense, all right, tribulation to those that trouble who? His people. That's the recompense, man. That's the payback. All right? America going to flames, man, by the abomination. Go ahead.
Because thou hast had a perpetual hatred.
An ongoing hatred, which going to the beginning from the book of Genesis. All right? The Esau Edom, that's that same spirit when Cain and Abel to Esau and Jacob. All right? That perpetual hate, man. Go ahead.
And has shed the blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword.
And see, and he continues to do that what? Today. See, he comes and forces his hand, man, to the innocent. Go ahead.
In the time of their calamity, in the time that their iniquity had an end.
Yeah. And that's when we read the precept yesterday. That the accomplice your daughter here, now iniquity was accomplished. He had no more carry away into captivity. All right, but what Esau do? He held forward their affliction. That's why he got the word called POW, meaning what? Prisoners of war, man. We also what? Prisoners of hope. So we hope we just be delivered out of this hell that's coming upon this place, man. See, we seeking for a city to come, man. We'll say we have no continuous city here, but we seek one to come. That's the kingdom of heaven. All right?
I got this is the book of Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 5, verse 1. Then shall the righteous man stand in great boldness before the face of such as have afflicted him.
Right, see, the men is talking about who? The elect, the prophet, standing in great boldness in the face of such who afflicted us. Which we know who afflicted us, the so-called white man in the other nation. All right? But guess what? We standing here boldly telling this devil to his face, man, his kingdom is going down. And we're going to be the next ruler. All right? It ain't going to be China. All right? It ain't going to be Russia. It ain't gonna be North Korea, man. It's gonna be Yahweh Shai followed by King David in the elect. That's who's gonna be ruling, man. See? Go ahead. Go ahead.
It says, and made no account of his labor.
Yeah, they made no account of our labor, man. Everything that you see around here, who built it's on the backs of who? The so-called Negroes that you know they're friends with the man. And they give us no credit. All right? We made a video, we pulled up all the history of all the Jakes and bitches. But when you look at it, they put who? They put their names on there. They put their faces on them, man. You know, don't make no counts out later, man. See, who built up America? Jake. But do they give us credit? No. Go ahead. That's it.
This is Haggai chapter 1, verse 6. You have sown much and bring in little.
Yeah, that's how you know we had this day and night captivity. See, it was physical going back 350 years. All right? But it's mental now, man. All right? Because he controlled the minds of the people. All right? And he ain't just really controlling the physical body through the whips and us, you know, they're actually out there in the sun now, they know, man. He controlled the minds of the people. All right? But it said, well, you have so much to bring in little. This devil, we were talking about that last night, this devil got four work shifts, man. You got morning, evening, night, and graveyard shift, man. But what you bring in? You don't bring in a bitch ass thing. Why? Because they take everything out of the check. So when you get your check, you look at it like, damn, Social Security, you know that 401k, you got your medical bill, everything's being taken out before you even get your check, man.
Hey, can I get a preset for you?
Yeah, what they did, put your child support, you know. Go ahead, huh?
Hey, this the book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 4, and starting at verse 28 and verse 29. But as concerning the things whereof thou askest me, I will tell thee. For the evil is sown, but the destruction thereof is not yet come.
Right, it's on the way. That's why the Lord said, though it tarry away for us, but it's sure to come. It's a build-up that the Lord has done, man. Through what? Prophecy. Go ahead,
if therefore that which is sown be not turned upside down, and if the place where the evil is sown pass not away, America, right? Then cannot it come that is sown with good.
Which is what? The kingdom of heaven. So all these things gotta happen, man, for order the kingdom of heaven to come. America gotta be destroyed by thermonuclear missile for the kingdom of heaven to come. 2,000 people gotta be destroyed before the kingdom of heaven to come, man. All right, the prophets had to be out here prophesying, all right, on all four corners of the earth before the end to come. It's scripture, it's facts, man. Go ahead, let's go on now. Haggai.
This is Haggai chapter 1, verse 6. You have sown much and bring in little.
Right, do all that working, all that slaving, the check still short. You know, go ahead.
Ye eat, but ye have not enough.
Right, through the curses. Go ahead.
Ye drink, but ye are not filled with drink.
Right, through the curses. Because this is all it's going back to. Deuteronomy 28 chapter, man. Go ahead.
Ye clothe you, but there is none warm.
Yeah, go ahead.
And he that earn the wages to put it into a bag full of holes.
Right, Jake wonder why they able to save. Because it's going to be a rainy day. You know, like, man, I just saved this 600 up and they're going to buy me this and that. You know, the car can get, flat. Your car break down. This 600, what you got to do with it. See? Because what? We curse, man. Deuteronomy 28 is still in the full effect. That's one chapter that ain't never lost. Deuteronomy 28, man. He's undefeated. You know? Y'all brothers got it, bro. Got some more? I got something. Go ahead.
This is Baruch chapter 3 and verse 8. It says, Behold, we are yet this day in our captivity, where thou scattered us, for a reproach and a curse, and to be subject to payments, according to all the iniquity of our fathers, which depart from the Lord our God.
That's a big misconception. All right? And our people don't understand is they have this delusion of being free. They don't understand that they're still in captivity, man. All right? You still have to answer to another government, man. See, the Bible, when you go into the Bible is talking about rulership. If you gotta go to another government to get permission to do things, you're not free. All right? Yeah, you're not free. See, you gotta ask this man permission to get a day off. You gotta ask for a vacation day. You know, say you got your own business. Well, who money you have to use, man? What if you don't want to use $1? What if you want to use something else? You can't. Why? Because you're not free. You have to play by this man's system, man. Even it goes down to the smallest, all right, citizen to the biggest country, man. Everybody is playing by the system of the devil, man. You know? Go ahead. You know, give Revelation 13, 14, man. you don't understand, the Bible speaks of all these things, man. All right, when you look at what's going on in the earth, it's spoken of in the Bible. The Bible explains everything, man. You know, and that's why when you understand the Bible, that's going to be our stability in these times because we know the script. You know, we know these things are supposed to happen because the Bible says it's going to happen, man. All right, go ahead.
Revelation chapter 13, verse 14.
Go ahead.
And deceived them that dwell on the earth by the means of those that
Started.
Revelation 13 and 11. And I beheld another beast coming up out of the earth.
Yeah, another beast coming up out of the earth, man. And this is the current power structure that rules the earth. Because when you go to James, the 7th chapter, it refers to these different power structures of beasts, man. Right. All right? The miracle is spoken of that little horn in James, the 7th chapter. Now, this beast system, all right, is coming out of the earth, it's coming out of the water, it means it comes out of the people. The waters represent people. See? So this empire that we're in emerged out of the people, man. Go ahead.
And he had 2 horns like a lamb,
Yep.
and he spake as a dragon.
He had 2 horns like a lamb, all right, because it was a lamb. A lamb is an animal, all right, that has a peaceful nature. Esau, he comes as if he has this peaceful nature about himself, all right? A lamb is an animal, you know, that doesn't get aggressive, man. See? And Esau comes as if he's a lamb. Like even with this latest pandemic, what did he do? He said he's going to lock you down because it's about your health. All right? He wanted to get the jab because it's about your health. He comes as if he's peaceful, man. You look at Dr. Fauci, how he talked, that peaceful, you know, mellow, tranquil tone he talked in. There's him coming like a lamb, you know? When he pushed himself, he spake as a dragon. Going to what? Draconian laws, man. And see, draconian laws coming to America, man. All right? Because you people are so used to this folly, man. To this freedom. All right? That's been the end. Because over there in South Wales, all right? Over there in Australia, you know, in the Netherlands, in New Zealand, they have a QR code that's mandatory now. So if you don't have that QR code on your phone, that app, you can't buy or sell, man. What's that leading to, man? You see, the prophecy walking itself down, man. You people better enjoy every single day where you can have your folly, man. Because it's going to come a time when you people finna have to deal with the fury of Yahweh by Shema Shah, man. That's right. The Lord pissed at this place, man. You know? People walk around not considering the mood of Yahweh by Shema Shah, man. Everybody walks around like they just going to continue being these dumb, simple Americans forever, man. You know? Go ahead, bro. We'll get Psalm 79.
Verse 12. And he exercises all the power of the first beast before him.
The first beast before him, speaking of the ancient Roman Empire. This is nothing but the new Roman Empire, man. All right? That's why you have the president. That's why you have the Senate. All right? That's why you have these different political parties, man. The Republican, Democrat, which goes back to the plebeians and patricians, man. You know? It's the same setup, man. All right, you look at the infrastructure, these concrete, these columns, all this is Roman infrastructure, man. All right? Your months, all right? Well, matter of fact, we in July. What they go back to? Julius Caesar. Then next month, August. What they go back to? Augustus Caesar. October, Octavius, which is the same person as Augustus, man. You see, you ain't got 2 months out of the deal. You know?
Yeah, but adding up, adding up 12, what you call them, kingdom, like the 12 Roman Caesars, you got what you call them, the triumphants. Octavian was, and Julius was them top 3. Yeah. Julius, Octavian, and then got what the next one was.
Yeah, you had Julius Caesar, the first triumph. You had Julius Caesar. All right, he was the political man. And you had Pompey, the military guy. And you had Crassus, which was the money. They called him the first triumph.
You know, Octavian was in that next triumph.
Julius Caesar.
Yep.
See? But at the end of the day, this is nothing but the new Roman Empire, man. You know? Go ahead.
And causeth the earth and them which dwell therein to worship the first beast.
To worship the first beast. People are worshiping of the first beast. All right? You people are really Romans, man. All right? Because what? You're into paganism. All right? You're all about self-worship. It was all about status. That's what the ancient Roman Empire was about. All right? When you go to shopping malls, when you got the FedEx Forum, there ain't nothing but a Coliseum, man. You worship this, man. You got niggas that'll fight you over Jay Morant. All right? And they met that nigga last year, man. You ain't know, you ask a nigga what college he come from, they don't know. You know? But now these niggas worship him. He's an idol now, man. Why, man? Because that's what was going on in ancient Rome, man. It's the same thing that's happening now. Go ahead.
Whose deadly wound was healed.
Whose deadly wound was healed. Because what did you have happen, man? When you go back to Septimius Severus, all right, which was a general under what's his name, Marcus Aurelius, all right, and eventually he started conquering these different Edomite strongholds within Rome. They set up for later on for Constantine to take over the Roman Empire, which was Jacob, all right, and that's wounded the head, all right, of that of Rome, man. You see, but eventually the wound was healed. When you go back mainly in 1453, you know, when they took down the Ottomans. I mean, when the Ottoman Turks took down, you know, Constantinople, then eventually they took down Granada, all right? Because in 1492, they took down Granada, all right? That nigga came over here the same year, man. You know? Chris Columbus didn't waste no time. They took down Granada, they spoiled the Moors, all right? Which niggas still talking about they Moors, like the Moors didn't get conquered, all right? Esau whooped everybody ass, man, on his way to rulership because prophecy said so, man. You know?
That's why it's called the Renaissance, which goes back to the word rebirth, you know? Which basically them coming back into rulership.
Yep. I'm throwing that word NATO on the rebirth.
The apostles, I can't remember exactly. They don't, you know it's an acronym for North Atlantic Treaty Organization, but you go into it, it actually goes into rebirth. It's coming back into power. Still with that, the one just spoke about that Renaissance, right? You had all the images of the saints destroyed during that time. You know, so that's why people think that the most, you know, high and it's on the God's son look like this right here, this image right here. So that's blasphemy right there, man.
That's what you call Renaissance
That's
art.
Renaissance art. You know?
That's what they call Renaissance art, man. Because really, what that nigga did though, what Esau did, he really put himself on the mug shot. He created his own mug shot when he did it. Yep. All right.
That's the like you said, that's the wanted post. He's a wanted criminal, man. You know? You go into that image goes back to Caesarea Borgia, man.
Right.
Pope Alexander VI of Rome's son, you know, Rodrigo Borgia. So during that time, for them years you was naming them 1400s, that's the time when they was in power too, man. Yep. And you had Michelangelo, you had Leonardo da Vinci, you had the Ninja Turtles.
Yeah, the Ninja Turtles.
Yeah. That's what you had. Because all them Ninja Turtles go back to Renaissance artists and sculptors, man.
Right.
If you look them up, that's who Donatello. You know? Yep. In this image right here, that's what you see going on. You know, Michelangelo painting over the images of the saints. But the saints were dark-skinned men. Our people are still oblivious to that fact to this day, man. You know?
The iconoclasm.
Iconoclasm. Destruction of the image.
Yep.
You know, how is it that they created these fictional characters, turtles, who are martial artists?
Right.
They got swords and weapons and they whooping everybody. You know what I'm saying? Because ultimately what they were doing was destroying us. You know? That's really a mockery. You know? And our people, they don't have a clue until the deceit of this devil, man. And we have to go into the history. That's why the brother's going into it. You have to go into the history to break it down to get you up to speed, because they only teach you his story. He only teach you his story. He don't teach you about the time when he was down. Like we jump to the time of Constantine, the Byzantine Empire, the medieval times, the Dark Ages.
Like all the Dark Ages.
Yeah. Medieval time. Yeah. It was evil time for you. You was in the pit, but you got to go outside.
Like I say, here everybody can tell you about their wins. They're gonna tell you about
They
their
gonna tell you about the fails.
A lot of UFC fighters do that, you know, because technically they fought more MMA fights before they entered under the contracts of UFC. So by the time, you know, they already get those like top 10 fights, really they fought like 36 fights, but they only count their wins to make them look like they're undefeated.
Yeah.
Like they're up and coming. You know?
paying the stats.
Yeah.
Revelation 13:13. And he doeth great wonders, so that he maketh fire come down from heaven.
Yeah, he did that when he dropped the atomic bombs up in Japan, man. All right,
Fat boy, little man.
yeah. That was like a form of spiritual power, man. You know, to be able to kill that many people at one time. See, that's what made the nation really bag them off on that. You know,
Who was that that said, I became
destroy your world,
Oppenheimer.
Yep. That's like you said, that's a form of spiritual power, but on the left hand side.
So that he maketh fire come down from heaven on the earth in the sight of men, and deceiveth them that dwell on the earth by the means of those miracles.
and deceive them that dwell on the earth by the means of those miracles, man. And mainly this is technology, man. All right? Because you look at this man's technology, that's why everybody's so in love with this guy. You know, because the technology has made everything so convenient in the earth, man. You know, but when you go into it, Jacob really created, you know, all these inventions, but Esau, he had to finance the mass producing, man. You know? So he has presented the earth with all these different technologies, man. You can really order everything to your doorstep, man. You get anything sent to your doorstep, from a car, all right, to anything, man. You know? You got any type of food you want get sent to you, man. You know? You got the flash food, the smooth motion. You got all these different things, man. You know, facial recognition. You got all these the smart, you know, smart house. That's nothing but a technical prison. If you got a smart house, you put yourself in a technical prison, man. All right, because pretty soon your refrigerator gonna be telling you how much to eat, man. You know, like you done had enough today, nigga. All right, that's what the smart house gonna be telling you, man. Self-driving car. See, everybody think, oh, it can drive itself. Yeah, it's gonna drive your ass to work and back. That's what it's gonna drive you to.
When they say quarantine shut down,
Don't be no busting block. No, you can take your ass to work and come back. All right, gonna be programmed out. You can be wasting my electricity, nigga. All right, that's what technology takes you niggas to, the prison, man. You know, go ahead.
And deceiveth them that dwell on the earth by the means of those miracles which he had power to do in the sight of the beast, saying to them that dwell on the earth that they should make an image to the beast, which had the wound by a sword and did live.
And this America is the biggest representation of the beast. You know, so this is the centerpiece of this Roman Empire, man. It's the military power. You know, it's the influence. See,
with Revelation 2. He said that when he was going to deceive the nation for a moment, deceive. Then guess what? After they're going to deceive, guess what? He's going to come back and deceive the nation. But it's prophecy, man. That's the time that we're living in now, man.
You got Revelation. Yeah, get yours in Revelation. Get that.
This is 2nd Ezra chapter 15, verse 17. A man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. And for because of the pride, the city shall be troubled, and the houses shall be destroyed.
Because of pride, the city shall be troubled, man. And see, people don't understand that you're walking on nuclear missile targets. You think Russia don't know about Memphis? All right, it's on the nuclear hit list. You know, because when you go to war, you're gonna destroy all forms of distribution, man. And Memphis is a heavy state when it comes to city, when it comes to distribution. All right.
It's America's
I got one for you.
It's the distribution center. It's the distribution center of the nation, man. This is the same equivalent of ancient Egypt's system on that side. That was like that Fertile Crescent where everything was moving. You got the FedEx is major export import. Yeah, all this is a major hub. We got the interstates, the got the rivers. Everything comes through here.
Niggas love talking about putting their city on the map. It's on the map. All right? Right. They speaking that Russian with Memphis.
The houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation.
This is chaos is coming, man. All right? This place is going to be in complete chaos, man.
That's right.
This is the storm before the chaos, man. All right? So I say enjoy your holidays, you know, because America's independence leads to America's destruction, man.
That's right.
All right? Everybody walking around, you know, like America ain't got no enemy, man.
Right.
See? We got all these nuclear powers, superpowers that hate this place, and people walk around, all right, like it's gravy, man.
Right.
You know, showing you the darkness that these people are in darkness, man. That's no curse in the world, you know? You got that revelation, you got some more.
This is Revelation chapter 20, verse 7. And when the 1,000 years are expired,
1,000 years represents what they call a dark age. It's like Apostle Hart. You know, it don't go to exact numbers, but that was the majority, all right, of the time of the dark age. Go ahead.
Satan shall be loosed out of his prison.
Yeah, Satan, all right, the adversary, right, all right, which Esau, Edom are the children of Satan, man. He's the representation of Satan in the flesh, man. All right, if Satan was on the earth, you know, he would be doing what Esau was doing, adverse to righteousness, man. Pushing forth filth and abomination, man. All right, this man is Satan. Go ahead.
And shall go out to deceive the nations which are in the four quarters of the earth.
Yeah, deceive the four nations. Deceive the nation which are the four corners of the earth. This man had deceived the earth, man. All right, he had people calling themselves after all these different nationalities that the Bible don't even speak of, man. All right, he has people believing in the narrative of the scriptures that's not true, man. This man has put nothing but deception, man. And then he has put a cloak on him by calling himself white, you know. And he's the biblical Edomite that the Bible speaks of, man. He's the devil that the Bible speaks of. But he put himself up as a savior, man. As a standard of moral excellence, man. He's deceived the world. Go ahead.
God and Magog.
Yep, which is Russia. So you see how this man will come in power through deception, but through, all right, Russia, you know, which that's going to be one of the main nations that the Lord is going to use to come against this place. Right. Then he's going to deal with Russia. All right. That's going to be the main part is going to be Russia coming up against this place. And you see what Russia's doing to America and the UK over there in the Black Sea. All right, Russia's sending them warning shots, making them ships turn away from them, man. You know?
And speaking on that.
Yeah, they don't talk about that. Yeah, because America and UK say it didn't happen. They told everybody it didn't happen. Then the video came out, you know, they were running, man. You know, like Charlemagne, the nigga ran, the nigga punched and he ran. Yeah. That's how America was over in the Black Sea with Russia. Them and UK, them niggas ran. Then Russia told them, because they kept hounding Putin about it. He said, Putin said, well, hell, if I did sink the ship, what they were going to do about it?
What you going to do about it? Hey, pull that move on them, then. What you going to do, nigga? Well, if I did slap you, what you going to do? You going to do something? Come on, man.
You in that black youngster spirit, man.
Who gonna say something?
The thing about Putin, which most people forget, was he was around during the Cold War time. He was high in politics when Russia was about that shit. During the Cuban Missile Crisis. And man, you got to understand, the Cuban Missile Crisis wasn't that long ago. They funded Cuba, a third world country, just to get nuclear capabilities to threaten America, man. That was a huge threat on America. Hey, and they're coming back in that same spirit. When it says that burning hooks are being put into the jaws of Gog and Magog, they're coming back to that spirit.
The spirit, the energy, like who wants it, you know? And then like I thought you were gonna mention how Putin was also part of the special forces, what they call it, KGB. Russia. You know, he also special forces, so he ain't like Biden. You know, all this nigga think about is little children, man. That's all Biden think about, little children, man. You know, but you got these other nations, they war ready, man. But you niggas are rally behind the pedophile, man. You know.
Because at one point in time, you know, America, they only elected presidents that fought in the military, you know, which how most leaders should be. Because if you don't have military experience, then you're really not fit to rule an entire nation. Like you were saying, like, Putin was about that, man. He was in the special forces, so he knows what the casualties of war is like. He's prepared not only to kill, but prepared to die for it, man. Because they also said that Putin's however you say it, it's a missile, I guess, doctrine, for lack of a better term, was if anybody, you know, launched a missile, whether it be nuclear or not, that immediately he launched a nuke on the returning country. Said that, or on any of his allies, meaning Iran. You know, so if anybody fucks with Russia or any of Russia's allies at this point, it's nuclear warfare at hand.
It's gonna come. You see, if these things get worse in America, World War III is building up. That's why we out here, man. All right, we want to be in the chairs. We need to be in the atmosphere when this goes down.
Right.
All right, because if you on BB King Boulevard, Russian single missiles, you through.
You don't hear more than the blues.
Yeah. You know, it's gonna be a hell of a baseline. You know, what you had one of?
Yeah, but hey, I want to get something else from what you just said. Okay.
I got one quick. This Jeremiah 28:8. The prophets that have been before me and before thee of old prophesied both against many countries and against great kingdoms.
That's the overtone of prophecy, man. You know, of course you can come here, you know, and you can learn about history, you can learn what was going on, you know, back in the time of the Bible, you know, different backdrops. But the overtone is prophesying about what's to come. What will be prophesying about? Go ahead.
Of war and of evil and of pestilence.
Of war, evil, and pestilence, man. And because the Most High, you gotta think, Most High is always separating himself from these other deities by what? Prophecy. So before he's about to do something major in the earth, he brings the prophets out to go into detail about it, man. So when it happened, you can say, well, he said it happened. He said it was going to happen, and this is how he said it was going to happen, man. So that's what separates him from all these other powers, man.
It's his glory.
Yep.
His word, the Lord's word is his glory. That's why he say what? He put his word above his name, because his word is his reputation. That's how you know you can trust a man if he's an upright man, is if he stand on his word.
Especially
as a king.
Especially as a king, like a king, what he said he had to do. Because even when you go back in the time, Darius, when he made the decree about praying to other deities, and Daniel prayed to Yahweh Shah, it was told to him. See, Daniel was his guy. See, Daniel was like third in charge of the Babylonian, you know? And he didn't want to know Daniel was dying, but he had already spoken, so he had to do it. Because if you read, Darius had a live band, you know, in his throne room. He made the band stop playing, and he fasted the night that he put Daniel in line in. But because he spoke that word, he had to do it. So the Lord got to do it, you know? That's real quick. Get Jeremiah 49:13. This let you know that he gonna do exactly what he said he gonna do, especially with America, man.
Jeremiah 49:13.
The man that he come out loud. He said, put his word above his own name. You know, so it tells you, you know, and that's what this world has lack of. You know, your word, because back then your word was everything. You know?
Your word is your bond.
Your word is your bond.
Because Esau, Edom, and America's word ain't shit, man. They continue to tell you lies. So Jeremiah 49:13. For I have sworn by myself.
I have sworn by myself. You see? Go ahead.
Said the Lord Yahweh, that Basra shall become a desolation, a reproach, a waste, and a curse, and all the cities thereof shall be perpetual waste.
So every city in America gonna be destroyed, man.
That's right.
Most High put it on him, man.
That's right.
Right.
Most High put it on him that he gonna destroy every city in America, man.
That's right.
Right.
All right? That's what the Bible's speaking of, man. He said he swore by himself, man, because he can't swear by nothing higher, man.
Right.
That he gonna destroy every city in America, man.
That's right.
Destruction, man.
That's right.
All right? That's what's coming, man. That's the future according to the Bible, man.
That's right.
Look at this place, man. Y'all seen I ain't even seen it. I just seen the picture of the BET Awards. Madness, man.
Madness.
You think the Lord gonna let that be allowed? You know? No, it's a judgment
He'll
coming,
be a
man.
hypocrite.
Right.
You know?
Because he destroyed Sodom and Gomorrah.
Yep.
He'll be a hypocrite.
Yep. Hey, it said it was set up for an example, man.
Yeah.
Of what not to do. What Esau do, man. He go and do the same shit, man. He ain't gonna do nothing to me. I'm gonna do the same thing and get away with it. Hell nah, you gonna get judged for that, man.
See, if the Lord didn't destroy America with everything that they do and all the abominations, because really it's known as the mother of abominations. Yeah. But when you read in Revelation 11 and 8, it tells you that great city, all right, is going to have the spirit of Sodom and Egypt, man. Yeah. So that city is America. You know? You can't get around it. Babylon, confusion, sodomy, and bondage. That's what America embodies, man. All in one. That's what its morale is based upon those things right there. All right? And its king is full of deceit. All right? So he paints the picture of America being this great, big, peaceful kingdom of liberty. You know, like he put in his constitution the pursuit of having this life, liberty, and, you know, life, liberty, and pursuit of happiness, which is actually the pursuit of destruction, man.
That's right.
If you follow behind America, man, you're gonna be led into the slaughter, man.
That's off it is.
Right. That's how America promotes, man. Yeah. You got it.
Yeah, this just going backing up Yash on when he was saying we got to be out of here, man. We got to be protected when that destruction comes. Yeah. All right. This Job 5:19 it says, "He shall deliver thee in 6 troubles. Yea, in 7 there shall no evil touch thee."
Because in the 6 trouble, it's going to be Jacob's trouble. You know, we're going to be delivered from a particular situation. Like, we're going to go through things. Some brothers might have to go to concentration camp. Some brothers might have to be on the move. You know, some brothers going to be in different situations, but the Lord going to deliver us, man. So we got to be in those situations for the Lord to show His power, man. So we got to be within the midst of Jacob's trouble. The Lord can show that we good, man. You know? And then in the 7, the new destruction, He going to snatch us out of here, man. And that's when He just going to cover this place, man. You know?
Yep. All right. It says, "In famine He shall redeem thee from death, and in war from the power of the sword."
Yep, in war from the power of the sword. Famine from death. That's because a lot of people going to starve to death, right? But right now, everything is in abundance, man. You know, you can go on one street and go to all these restaurants, you know, come down here, go to some restaurants, you know, go sleep, wake up, go eat some more. See? Because people don't understand that America is a first world country, man. You know, it's a privilege to be overweight. You know? Everybody in the world may be overweight. It's a nation where they can catch your hell just survive. You see? But in America, you have the privilege of becoming overweight, man. You see? But that's not going to be so in the near future, man. All right? Pretty soon, the average American going to look like one of them late night infomercials, man. The 97-cent a day commercial, man. All right?
Hey, when you look on the forefront, the image that they paint is everything that's all good. But behind closed doors, and we know because we watch, you know, spiritual weatherman, hey, there's a shortage of food. We're talking about shortage on chicken, you know, shortage on beef, prices rising, inflation, you know. I went in the store, was that today? Either today or yesterday. No, I was in Walgreens today. They had no beverages. Now here it is, the so-called 4th of July weekend. Normally, Man, they have fucking pyramids of drinks and cases of drinks in the center of the store.
Yeah.
I go to the cooler, I'm talking about every shelf empty. They don't have no Gatorade.
Yeah.
I'm like, damn, they don't got nothing. This supposed to be the 4th of July weekend. Everything's supposed to be stocked up. But really, the system of Esau production, food production is declining, man. Everything is declining. But it seems like it's all good.
It says in the book of Lamentations that these are pined away stricken for want of bread. You know, it's showing it, and it says it's better than one to die by the sword than to die by hunger.
Yeah. Famine gonna be a horrible death.
Yep.
Man.
And cannibalism is coming back. You know.
See, this is foreign to people, but this shows you that Most High said he have shut their ears and closed their minds, man. He really did that, man. You know? Because here it is, we're speaking of these things. We're blowing the trumpet, all right? But you see no reaction, man. That's why the scripture say what they say.
Hey, you know, hey, that's a bad cup here. This is right here. This man,
This is Jeremiah 9. Yeah, Jeremiah 9. I'm gonna start up a little bit. This is Jeremiah 9 and 5. And they will deceive everyone his neighbor and will not speak the truth. They have taught their tongue to speak lies and weary themselves to commit iniquity. Thy habitation is in the midst of the sea.
Thy habitation, you go to the habitation in a dwelling place, man.
Yeah, and the Lord said he chose Israel for his habitation.
Exactly. So we, us being Israelites, we in the midst of the sea, man. We in America. Because this is how America promotes. All right? It's lies. All right? It's deception. So right now, we're in the midst of the sea. And then keep on.
It says, thy habitation is in the midst of the sea.
Right.
Through deceit, they refuse to know me, said the Lord Yahweh.
See, through the deception of the so-called white man, they refuse to know the Lord, the prophet. Why? Because this whole time, they've been growing up in this society, they've been what? Being number lies, man. So it's hard for them to turn around and wash away all the lies and start thinking the truth. Because all the deception that the so-called white man been feeding them their whole life. Because they still thinking that siege boy Jer is the real image of the Lord. All right, but we come out here and tell you that's not true according to the Bible. This is the real image of the Lord. What they gonna do? They gonna turn away from it. Why? Because of the deception of the so-called white man. The lies he have been pushing since the plantation Christianity, man.
You got his image wrong, you know you got his word wrong.
Name wrong.
Name wrong.
You know? This is what he said is going to happen, though. This is the judgment that's going to happen for their deceit. Verse 7. Therefore, thus said the Lord Yahweh of hosts, behold, I will melt them and try them. For how shall I do for the daughter of my people?
Also, Yahweh Shai. There's been a lot of people in the earth. You know? So they're going to melt. Hey, that's a hell of a judgment, man. The fire, that's going to be a hell of a judgment, man.
Oh, yeah, I got to back you up on that there.
I got something to back you up on after you.
Okay, go ahead.
Jeremiah 15 and 2. And it shall come to pass if they say unto thee, Jeremiah 15 and 1. Then said the Lord, Yahweh unto me, though Moses and Samuel stood before me, yet my mind could not be toward this people.
So Moses and Samuel represent a mediator. All right? Because there was two powerful spirits, all right, on the right-hand side for Yahweh Shai. They mediated for Israel. All right? Now who is the mediator? Yahweh Shai. So the majority of our people reject Yahweh Shai, so they have no mediator. See? Yahweh Shai is just up there, you know, chilling, man. He's mediating on behalf of the elect. He's the Father, not to go through certain situations, man. You know, send the hedge, you know, for these brothers during these certain situations, man. You know? So Yahweh Shai is mediating on behalf of the elect in the spiritual realm. You know, send him some more faith. You know, send him some vision, man. He won a lot of hours. Yahweh Shai is really mediating on behalf of the elect. So our people, they don't have, all right, they don't have that luxury of having it, man. So they just gonna be here, all right? They're gonna go into what they're gonna be here for. Go ahead,
Cast them out of my sight and let them go forth.
Yep, cast them out of my sight. Go ahead.
And it shall come to pass, if they say unto thee, whither shall we go forth? Then thou shalt tell them, thus saith the Lord, Yahweh Shah, such as are for death, to death.
Such as for death is for death. Go ahead.
And such as are for the sword to the sword.
Such as for the sword is the sword. All right, go ahead.
And such as are for the famine to the famine.
And the famine to the famine. So the Lord already got your death predestinated. Hey, lay it out, buddy. Matter of fact, read that last part. That's part about this part for you.
And such as are for the captivity to the captivity.
And it's going to be FEMA camps around you niggas up just like that. The same people that was riding through mocking the prophets. All right, the Most High going to put them niggas on FEMA camp buses and ship them niggas to FEMA camp.
Hey, your boy Biden already got that in motion for 2022. That's already in legislation. Everybody that don't get that thing, that jail, he already set legislation up for the FEMA camp and quarantine camp now.
And we finna see Jake be shipped off and Jake died last number, man. Alright? The era of niggas is over, man. Alright? The era of the nigga woman is over. Alright? Everybody done had their chance to wild out in the earth, man. Now it's time for correction. It's gonna be through judgment, man. That's the only thing left. Alright? So when the Lord gets you talking to you, nigga, it's over with, man. When he allow Esau to take the prophets off of you, man, it's over with.
It's coming. It's coming.
Alright?
It's coming.
This is Isaiah chapter 65, verse 13. Therefore, thus saith the Lord, Yahweh Shah, behold, my servant shall eat, but ye shall be hungry. Behold, my servant shall drink, but ye shall be thirsty.
And this is the benefits of being a believer. This gonna be the real stimulus package. Alright? When you read the stars that the believers are eating, man, that's gonna be the true stimulus package, man. Alright?
Now you say it's possible. You know, like these Christians say, you know what I'm saying, the pastors push out their prosperity doctrine. No, we're going to prosper this time, man. But only the elect going to prosper. Only the elect going to be eating and drinking and giving joy, man.
My servant shall drink, but ye shall be thirsty. And behold, my servant shall rejoice, but ye shall be ashamed.
Yeah, hey, because the only thing that we rejoice on was bad news for this place, man. Right. We love to hear about the dollar about to crash. We love to hear Russia create new missiles just for America, man. This is what we rejoice in. And see, that's why we have a doctrine that's not of this world. The people in this society, they'll hear that like, this nigga crazy, man. Alright? Your people, your family look at you like, this nigga is crazy, man. You know? He's smiling, alright, because Russia talking about they finna send 100,000 troops, you know, to the border of Crimea, man. You know? But we rejoice in the downfall of this place because it's ruled in wickedness, man. Right. If you still want this society to go on, you don't know what's going on in the earth, man.
That's right.
All right? You part of the problem. If you still want this society to go on, you are part of the problem, man. And that's why our Lord is going to do a mass slaughter in the earth, man. And he's going to go into it.
And then can a brother jump to Isaiah 66 and get back that up? Yeah.
And behold, my servant shall sing for joy of heart, but ye shall cry for sorrow of heart, and shall howl for vexation of spirit.
Yeah, you're going to be through. Hey, because the Lord's going to break up everything that you niggas love, man. All right? Everything that you niggas love, Most High is going to destroy it, man.
They're going to count the man of mercy.
Yep. Yep. Go and get that Isaiah 66.
This is Isaiah chapter 66, verse 15. For behold, the Lord will come with fire, and with his chariots like a whirlwind.
With his chariots like a whirlwind. And look, it's spiritual that the Pentagon got 144 cases of chariot sites, and they want to explain number one of them, man. All right? Those are chariots that's coming. See, Esau finna have to deal with Yahweh Shah and these chariots, man. You know? Pretty soon, Iran and Russia gonna be the last worry, man. When the chariots hit the clouds, that's when it's gonna be really time to deal, man. You know, because even though America gonna be destroyed, you still gonna have the American military spread out throughout the earth, man. All right, and that's where the chariots gonna come in place, man. Go ahead.
And then they spread themselves so thin, and really got more troops outside of the nation. You know what I'm saying? 55 king. Yep.
Yeah, they got 4 branches of military dedicated to infiltrate other countries, but only one branch, the National Guard, to guard their own place.
Protect, yeah.
That shows you how they rush all over, because that's what Russia. That's one of the things Russia failed in. They spread themselves too thin.
Spread themselves too thin.
Yeah. My pastor said that the Lord comes with love. Wait on.
Wait on.
This is the Lord. He is coming with the love.
The love comes before the destruction. This is the labor of love. Like the love. That's to talk about what we're doing is the labor of love. All right? Telling you the truth is the biggest form of love that can be done, man. According to the Bible.
You see the deception of the so-called white man, though? How they push out in Christianity how the Lord is coming? Cane and flour. So when you read the Bible for yourself, listen to the prophet. Well, the Lord say he come with fire.
That's right.
You got it.
Continuing on in Isaiah 66 and 15, to render his anger with fury and his rebuke with flames of fire. For by fire and by his sword will the Lord plead with all flesh.
Yeah, plead goes into the Hebrew word Shabbat, which means judgment, man. So with fire, that's how he's going to come plead, man. That's how he's going to judge, man. This is the This is the era of talking. This is the time of talking to you, man, trying to convince you, all right, to repent. But see, there's gonna come a time where he's just gonna speak through fire, man.
And don't nobody want to hear it because they say they want to see. The Lord got to. I want to see. I want the Lord to show me.
He gonna show me.
He gonna show you.
Man. I got one. It's real quick. All right.
And the slain of the Lord shall be many.
And the slain of the Lord shall be many. All right? How about Shema Shah for the people of a lot of spirits that's on the earth, man?
That's
all
right.
Because when you look at the earth, damn near everybody bugged out, man.
Yeah.
You know? Just do a 360. You folk bugged out.
Yeah.
All right? People done, man. You see? There it go. Go ahead.
Hey, this is Psalms 9 and 16.
Yep.
It says the Lord is known by the judgment which he executed.
The Lord is known by the judgment which he executed, man. That's why these times gonna be so bad, because Yahweh Shema Shah is about to make a statement in the earth, man. Look at all the disrespect and blasphemy, all right, to Yahweh Shema Shah, his son, man. You know? So he gonna send these bad times to send a statement. So you know everything gonna be over-exaggerated, man.
Yep.
All right? When you trying to make a point, everything over-exaggerated, man. You know? Hey, that's like in high school, when you had the rival game, rival team.
Yeah.
All right? It's a basketball game, niggas can talk and all money. Y'all find and play. All right? You get one of them young Thunder cats on the fast break. You gonna do no regular dope.
Yeah.
He gonna pack it up.
360.
He gonna be sideways in the air. Hey, that's how Lord will be with judge. He gonna make a statement, man. Because you've been so much talk for so long. You know?
Yep.
So when he come through, he gonna come through making a statement, man.
Yep.
You see?
He finna run the score up on your ass.
Yep.
Coming down, fan break, pull up a 3. Nah, I'm finna get some more, goddamn. Hey, this the rest of it. It says the wicked is snared in the work of his own hands.
Yeah, because this nigga, all right, because if you was a smart ruler, once one of your scientists came to you and said he can split the atom and destroy all the things, you would tell that nigga destroy that, man. You know, we don't need that on the earth, because it can get bad. You see? But the Most High put the spirit on these niggas to mass produce nuclear missiles, man. All right? And it's going to destroy majority of Edomites.
Destroy himself.
Yeah, himself. Hey, because you think about it, with Russia, NATO, the EU, and America. All right now, before the war starts, you got America, NATO, and EU really going against Russia, China, and Iran, and Turkey. So you got Russia, they got all their missiles aimed at all these European countries and America. America got all their missiles aimed at Russia. So the majority of the missiles is aimed at these places where Edomites are heavily concentrated in, man. You see? So you can mass produce missiles. That's a drop on your own goddamn head, man. You know? That shows you what? That the Lord is in full control, man.
All right? So that's a dumb idea to mass produce something, man. Even if you do that, you got to think there's a rule. That's why the scripture talk about what we're going to do to the weapon. We're going to destroy all that shit, man. You know?
The spears into pruning hooks, you know?
Now, let's get Joel 2:1. Let's get 2:1. Yep. You still have something? Get Joel, let me down there. You had Joel, let me Joel. Yeah, get Joel. Yeah, 13:7.
Isaiah chapter 13 and verse 17. It says, "Behold, I will stir up the Medes against them."
He will stir up the Medes, which are those Russians, man. The Russians keep coming up, you know? Because why? They play a major part in the downfall of this place, man. And the Russians are around them. Go ahead.
She said, "Oh no."
It says, "Which shall not regard silver, and as for gold, they shall not delight in it.
Go ahead.
Their bows also shall dash the young men to pieces."
Their bows, those missiles, man. All right? Gonna dash their young man to pieces, man. And also over there in the east, America gonna catch L's everywhere, right? The military that America has spread out, they gonna get bust up. America gonna be destroyed. See, America finna take some major losses militarily, man. You know, go ahead.
It says, "And they shall not have pity."
Yep.
And they shall have no pity on the fruit of the womb.
Yep.
Their eyes shall not spare children.
Yep.
And Babylon, the glory of kingdoms, the beauty of the Chaldeans' excellency, shall be as God overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah.
Just as he overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah. Yep. And we don't have to explain why this place is called spiritual Sodom. All right? You don't have to explain, man. You know? Look, you got a mystical body. All right? You know? Madness, man. That I say, see, in our kingdom, you should be excited about the new kingdom that's coming. You're not about to worry about it. All right? You got it.
This is Jeremiah chapter 23 and verse 20. It says, "The anger of the Lord shall not return until he have executed, until he have performed the thoughts of his heart. In the latter day you shall consider it perfect."
Yeah, so the Lord said he's not going to, all right, fall back until he executes everything that's written. All right? It's not going to be no halfway prophecy, man. America's not going to be partially destroyed. It's going to be completely destroyed. All right?
It's just like that. It's just like, imagine you being bullied all your school life, from kindergarten all the way to 12th grade. You know, and then the last day, you didn't have it. You gonna eventually fight the bully, or you just gonna fight him a little bit and just have mercy? No, you gonna think about all them 12 years that he's been bullying you, and you gonna let loose. Because guess what? The memories gonna come up. You're gonna think of what you did in 8th grade, 7th grade, 11th grade, 20. You know, and it's gonna be a blood fest. You know.
And that's how the Bible do it. Spiritually said that because the Bible talk about the judgment, then it goes to why. All the time. Yeah, they talk about the judgment, then it goes to why. See, for us to go side, have the plans back, man. You know.
The Lord don't forget. And that's what people think. You know, the Lord he forgot. Like if I say he's not slack concerning his promise. And he's gonna perform all his pleasure.
That's why he said the past is required.
Yeah.
Even with reincarnation, when it says, remember that whatever man soweth, that we also shall reap. Yahweh is not mocked. That's why a lot of people, when they get old and decrepit, that's when they start changing their life to God and everything, because they think, oh, well, I've lived my life all the way to 50 for sin. Now I'm gonna change and be God in heaven so I can get into heaven. No, you know.
Isaiah 2:1. The word that Isaiah the son of Amos saw concerning Judah and Jerusalem. And it shall come to pass in the last days.
We should be about the destruction of the order. You know, because we saw he was talking about the end of the world. They seem like the earth ain't gonna be here no more. No, it's just the end of his world, the end of his society. There's an eternal kingdom to come, man. All right? The throne of David is coming to the earth. That's what people are not talking about, man. You see, Yahweh shot, all right, whom people in the call Jesus Christ, what is he coming to do? To establish the throne of David in the earth, man. Brother get Luke 1 and 31. Real quick, then we're going to keep going down on that, man. So that's what got you to talk about the kingdom that's to come. Because what's after the destruction, man? A righteous kingdom. See? And the men that you see out here on the front line, it's a great chance that those men are going to be joint heirs with Yahweh Shai if we in here, man. That's what we out here about, man. That's why it's a lot of things that don't matter no more, man.
Right.
All right? Because, you know, we got to work to pay bills, but other than that, it's all about the throne of David and something else. Right? Everything else is small talk, man. You know? Go ahead.
This is Luke chapter 1, verse 31.
Yep.
And behold, thou shalt conceive in thy womb and bring forth a son.
So this is the angel talking to Mary. He's going to tell you the purpose of Yahweh Shai. Go ahead.
And shall call his name Yahweh Shai.
Yep.
And he shall be great and shall be called the Son of the Highest.
Yep.
And the Lord Yahweh shall give unto him the throne of his father David.
Shall give him the throne of his father David. Now wait a minute. This is in the book of Luke. So why is this not talked about in church? You know? Ain't they heavy on Mark, Matthew, Luke, and John? So why is this not talking about the throne of David? You know? Because you talk about the throne of David, they make it seem like you got to go to 2 Samuel. So the throne of David is mentioned of at the birth, all right, of Yahweh Shai.
Right.
All right? It's a whole new kingdom coming, man. Read it again.
This is Luke 1, starting at 32.
Yep.
And he shall be great and
Yep.
shall be called the Son of the Highest.
Yep.
And the Lord Yahweh shall give unto him the throne of his father David.
The throne of his father David. What is he going to do? Go ahead.
And he shall reign over the house of Jacob forever.
He shall reign over the house of Jacob, and the house goes back to lineage. So if your lineage goes back to one of these men, all right, which are the sons of Jacob, all right, you're a part of that house of Jacob, but beginning with the elect. So the Messiah came to do what, man? To be a ruler and establish the throne of David to rule over the house of Jacob, man. Go ahead.
And of his kingdom there shall be no end.
Of his kingdom there shall be no end. All right? So let's go into the kingdom, man. Read that back in Isaiah 2 and 1.
Isaiah 2 and 1.
Yep.
The word that Isaiah, the son of Amos, saw concerning Judah and Jerusalem. And it shall come to pass in the last days.
Now this is after the third world war. This is after New Jerusalem has came down to the earth. All right, this is when, all right, the kingdom has been established. All right, these leaders have been beaten into submission. All right, go ahead.
That the mountain of the Lord, Yahweh house, shall be established in the top of the mountains and shall be exalted above the hills.
Hey, this is talking about what? The government of Israel, the mountain of Israel, man. You see? The Bible speaks about rulership, man. That's the overtone of the Bible, is who's in power, man. Because the Bible controls who's in power. All right? Why is Esau Edom in power? Because the Bible said that this man will have the fatness of the earth and he will rule by what? The sword. You see? Go ahead.
And all nations shall flow unto it.
Nations gonna flow into what? Government of Israel. All right? Nations gonna flow into the government of Israel.
Damn, evil.
Isaiah 2 and 3. And many people shall go and say, Come ye, and let us go up to the mountain of the Lord to teach of the power of Jacob, and he will teach us of his ways.
Yep, see, it's gonna come a time where the heathen gonna want to learn righteousness because they see they're far better off than in this place, man. You know? Because we're gonna rule in righteousness. Now that first 1,000 years, you know, hey, we're gonna establish order, we're gonna rule with that rod and iron. But see, that's just 1,000 years. Remember, it said the kingdom was gonna what? Never end. So that's just 1,000 years of the kingdom where we're gonna rule with that rod and iron, man. After that, the nation gonna get their land, they're gonna get lands back. See, they're gonna be able to have, they're gonna be able to enjoy a rightful kingdom. They're not gonna be part of the covenant. They're not gonna have immortality. They're not gonna have the law written within them. They're not gonna be on the status of the Israelite. The least Israelite, you know, be like an elite rank, not him, man. Above an elite rank, because he's gonna have immortality. You see? So in the kingdom, that 1,000-year period is going to be established righteousness. Because you got to think, it took time for Esau to establish wickedness in this earth, man. You know, when he made wickedness the standard in the earth. So we gotta make righteousness the standard in the earth. All right? That's what that 1,000-year reign gonna partake in, man. All right?
If I can add, that rod of righteousness is way heavier than that rod of wickedness.
Yeah. It set a standard for eternity, man. See? You got it.
This is 2 Ezra chapter 6 and verse 27. It says, "For evil shall be put out, and deceit shall be quenched. As for faith, it shall flourish. Corruption shall be overcome, and the truth, which have been so long without fruit, it shall be declared."
That's what you're seeing now. See, this is the beginning of something that's eternal, man. You know? That's why this is life. You know? Because what we're doing, partaking in, this is the beginning of immortality, man.
Right.
You know? This way of living, because the standard, the righteous, all right, acts that we're rehearsing, it's going to be the standard in the eternal kingdom.
That's right.
See? The Passover, you know, the way brothers eat, all right? Sisters, man. All right? The way that we treat each other, man. You know? That's going to be an eternal standard in the kingdom. So we're rehearsing for eternity, man. You know? These people are still caught up in the way that's temporary, man. See?
Back at your book. It's Sirach, Ecclesiasticus 19 and 19. The knowledge of the commandments of the Lord is the doctrine of life. And they that do things that please him shall receive the fruit of the tree of immortality.
See, now, because really, the scripture talking about life, it's talking about now we know how to live on the earth. See? So like the things that this society does, like eat portions of shrimp, it ain't just because the Most High wanted us to take away from his life. No, those things have a purpose. All right? If you eat an oyster and shrimp where they're supposed to be, the water be clean. If the water is clean, it'll produce more lawful fish that you can't eat.
That's right.
See, the Most High got a perfect system of how to run the earth, man. You see? So when the scripture talk about the doctrine and the law, statutes, commandments, and life, that's the best way to live on the earth. That's the wisest way that you can live on the earth, man. You know? All right? Dealing with women. Like when you go into the scriptures say be fruitful and multiply. Woo! All right? Because the earth, because you got to think, if you're a ruler, because even our slaves don't have multiple women. Why? Because they don't have to produce more slaves. Because let's say if you got one Edomite that's a good cook, you know? Because really, you gonna want that nigga to duplicate himself.
That's right.
So he gonna need multiple women.
Right.
So you can have multiple cooks. Because your children, they gonna need slaves.
Yep.
You see? But the Bible gives us the blueprint on how to live on the earth, on how to exist eternally, man. See? And this way is failing. Because you look at it now, all right, you have, I think it's South Africa, where you have women trying to marry two husbands, man. Bugged out. So you mean to tell me you gonna marry, two men gonna marry one woman. That means you gonna have to have a baby with her 1 year, then you gotta wait till she had that baby. Yeah. Then you have a baby by the next year.
If they can find out who baby is.
Yeah, that's super stupid. And then, well, even if you got two men, because all sperm don't go to the egg. You got sperm that fall back and fight off other sperm. So if you got two different men, all right, dropping semen in the same woman, it's gonna be a war in the womb, man. You know? See, the Most High had everything figured out, man. You know, just in case your woman did step out, you had semen already in that woman, it would fight off his semen, that foreign semen, man, to prevent that, man. You know?
One more. This is Rock 39:21. A man need not to say, "What is this? Wherefore is that? For he hath made all things for their uses."
All things are for their uses, man. You know? Look how you can start a working with one pear tree.
Yeah.
But all the pears got seeds. And then what Esau pushed? Seedless fruit. So if I got a pear tree of seedless fruit, how can I bring some more pears, man? So I can't even plant nothing else. That's super stupid, man. All right? But everybody has been exalting this nigga like he just some great, great thinker in the earth, man.
That's another tactic of him killing off population. Because if you had the seeds and all the fruits, you can take the seeds and start your own garden and grow your own. So that's another part of his whole plan for depopulating and destroying the inhabitants. Is he tells you that what, the earth is overpopulated. How? There's no way when we pass by thousands of exits. Matter of fact, you pass by lands for miles at a time with no exits. So it's plenty of land for this earth. This earth is way bigger than 8 billion, 9 billion people, man.
Especially up there in Indiana. Like,
come on, man.
Like I think the state is called Crossroads of America.
Yeah.
Like, I'm talking like you ride for hours without seeing another house or another exit.
Come on, man.
This is Deuteronomy chapter 4 and verse 5. It says, behold, I have taught you statutes and judgments, even as the Lord your God commanded me, that you should do it in the land whether you go to possess it.
Yeah, because these law, statutes, commandments are for sovereignty, man. You see, we don't have the sovereignty to keep it perfect. That's why we rehearse the righteous acts. And what things that we can't do, that's where Yahweh Shai come in. That's where the blood come in. The perpetual sacrifice, man. You know? But those laws, statutes, and commandments are for sovereignty, man. Go ahead.
It says, keep therefore and do them, for this is your wisdom and your understanding in the sight of the nations.
Your wisdom. See? This was the wisest way to live on earth, man. That's why you still see a residue of our law, statutes, and commandments when you go into the Eastern culture, man. It's a residue of that, man, because those nations got that from us, man. That was the standard, man. All right? You see those women still covered up. All right? You see those women, all right, don't have the rights that these women have, you know? Because why? Because you see, it ain't like, because see, really, how about Shema Shah really just showed us what things would be like if we just tried another way. This is us fully being, this is us fully seeing the way of the serpent play out on earth, man. You know? Now we see. Now what do you have, man? All right? You got Lil Nas X. You got Megan Thee Stallion. You don't know, we don't know what that is.
Still thinking about what that is.
You see? You got the divided woman, you know, she just here, she done made herself, she don't follow the way of the serpent where she done made herself useless, man.
Yeah.
You know? So it ain't like the Most High just put these laws out here just to put something on us. No, this was the wisdom. Because we see what happened when we go away from the wisdom, man. You know, go ahead.
It says, which shall hear all these statutes and say, surely this great nation is a wise and understanding people. For what nation is there so great, whom hath Yahweh so nigh unto them, as the Lord our God is in the things that we call upon him. We call upon him for.
Yep. So when you go back,
in the scriptures, I think it says in Timothy, it says all scriptures is given for inspiration, for reproof, correction, and doctrine, and something about life. But basically, yeah, for correction, basically the way to live life. You know, so just like a car has a manual, the computer has instructions to put it together. Everything has something where you can even a house. You have to have the architect, the blueprint to draw the blueprint to build it. This is and this is the way how you should live your life. You know.
That's beautiful. I was talking about that yesterday because it's like the earth is an ecosystem, and there's only one people that has the ability to run it smooth, to maintain the system of the earth. Like whether it's going into the water, you pull out the lambs, when you pull the scavengers and you pull the filtering system out of the water, it affects the entire earth. Because not only does the shrimps, the lobsters, the crabs, you know, the bottom feeders clean the ocean, but that process also cleans the air. Because you notice when you close the water, the air is cooler. That's because that water is really cleaning the air. So if you think about how hot it is and muggy these cities be, like that's why when the kingdom is established, the air gonna smell better. Everything gonna be better. Just from us ruling, because the Lord put that wisdom in us to govern and maintain the earth. Just like you take your car to a mechanic, or you take your call a plumber to fix your plumbing. The earth has all these different systems, man. dealing with the trees in the forest. Everything, you know.
That's what we're going to get back. That's what we're going to get back to right the earth.
Yep.
We're going to establish the earth with wisdom. You know?
Proverbs 29:2. When the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. But when the wicked bear rule, the people mourn.
Hey, this is a horrible thing. The reason why, you know, the reason why this is animosity between you and your woman, because of who's in power, man. Because he pushed that R&B, you know, the Lifetime movie, you know, the Deal movies. He pushed all that out there, man. You know, but even 50, 60 years ago, it wasn't this bad, man. But this man really, you know, made it his business to make people miserable, man, especially the tribes, man. You know? Put the woman first.
Oh, judgment. Oh. Oh. Hey, call out y'all about some outside. Ooh. Damn. And she got American flag. Damn.
Get Isaiah 19.
Oh, I heard that.
Man.
Yeah.
Damn. Get Isaiah 19.
Hey.
I see you there.
Babylon cannot be healed. I ain't even see it. I heard it though. Yeah. Dang.
This is Isaiah chapter 19, verse 3. The spirit of Egypt shall fail.
The spirit of Egypt is failing, baby.
Yep.
You see?
That's right.
The place is fast.
Finish.
Go ahead.
Just like bike trying to go up the
Get the camera on.
How you feel? 2 or 3 times.
It shall fail in the midst thereof, and I will destroy the counsel thereof, and they shall seek to the idols, and to the chambers, and to them that have familiar spirits, and to the wizards.
Yeah, so it's not going to work. See? And we're watching this place fall, man.
That's right.
We're watching this place fall and trying to hold its balance, man. You know? So that's what, like, when you look at Esau throwing, he's falling, and this nigga throwing his own. You know, when you fall, you try to, you know, trying to catch yourself.
Reaching for
Yeah,
something.
you trying to walk into the fall. You know? No, you know? That's what we're seeing America doing, man, but this place gonna get hard.
Yep.
You know? But yeah, get the Isaiah 2. And then we're gonna back to Psalm 7. Yep. Yep. Go ahead.
This is 1 Kings chapter 4, verse 20.
Read that Isaiah. We're gonna link it up. All right, because this is future prophecy in the kingdom. But see, you seen the prelude in that before. Go ahead.
Isaiah 2 and 3. And many people shall go and say, Come ye, and let us go up to the mountain of the Lord, Yahweh Shai, to the house of the power of Jacob, and he will teach us of his ways, and we will walk in his paths. For out of Zion shall go forth the law, and the word of the Lord will be loosed.
Now, this has happened before. Let's get the account. Go ahead.
This is 1 Kings chapter 4, verse 20. Judah and Israel were many, and as the sand which is by the sea in the multitude, eating and drinking and making merry.
This was under who? Solomon. This is what we're going to get back to, man. All right? Judah and Israel, all 12 tribes, man. So they were drinking and making merry, man. All right? We was in our sovereignty, man. See? Go ahead.
And Solomon reigned over all kingdoms, from the river unto the land of the Palestinians.
And he reigned over all kingdoms, man. What it say in Isaiah? All nations shall flow into it. Showing you that it was the same spirit that was in Solomon, that was in Yahushua, the same spirit. Go ahead.
And unto the border of Egypt, they brought presents and served Solomon.
To Jerusalem. All right? They don't have to come with gifts, man. All right? Whatever providence that you brothers rule over in the kingdom, when them heathens come to you, they're going to have to come with gifts, man. All right? They ain't going to be able to just pop up. All right, jump down to 20 and 29. Yep.
Jumping down to verse 29.
Yep.
And Yahweh gave Solomon wisdom and understanding exceedingly much,
Yep.
and largeness of heart, even as the sand that is on the sea of shore.
Yeah, so Solomon had much wisdom, man. The Most High gave him wisdom. All right, he became rich. He became so great based off of wisdom, man. And that's what we're going back to, man. We're going to establish a kingdom that's reigning in wisdom, man. You know, real quick, the brother get Sirach
C620.
Yep. Get that. Hey, because this is what this thing is all about.
It says 6 and 20.
6
I
and 20.
think it's Wisdom of Solomon.
Yeah, Wisdom of Solomon.
Oh, okay. All right.
Hey, because when you understand how these elites, they run the world, it's in wickedness, but all they do is have counsel all day, man. Then they push out, you know, their counsels in the earth, you know, through what? All these platforms they control, right?
You want that wisdom? All right, this Wisdom of Solomon 6 and 20. It says, therefore the desire of wisdom bringeth to a kingdom.
The desire of wisdom, man. Knowing how the earth works, man. See, that's the wisdom that we're going to get back within those new Bibles, man. We're learning particular things now. You know, brothers, going to the walls, and, you know, brothers know about the herbs. See, brothers learning, you know, a few things about the animals. But see, we're going to get that back fully like Solomon had it, man. You know? And that's how we're going to run the kingdom. Like, we're going to be setting things in order, man. All right? This place has to be cleaned up. You know, concrete got to go, man.
Yep.
You see? Trees gonna be planted, like it's gonna be plenty, all right, for these heathens. When the scripture talk about continual employment, man.
Several out continual
employment. You see? Ain't gonna be no unemployment rate, all right? No unemployment check. No, nigga, you got a job. You're gonna be predestined with a job.
Right.
Because the earth really big enough for everybody to have a job to do, to keep it maintained, man. You know, from the animals, you know, it's more than enough work to do. You know, but greed and pride, you know.
Yeah, but okay, keep reading on that.
This First Kings, chapter 4, verse 30. And Solomon's wisdom excelled the wisdom of all the children of the east country and all the wisdom of Egypt. For he was wiser than all men, than Ethan, and Ezrahite, and Heman, and Jacob, and Darda, and sons of Mahal, and his fame was in all nations round about. And he spake 3,000 proverbs, and his songs were 1,005. And he spake of trees from the cedar tree that is in Lebanon, even unto the hyssop, the hyssop.
Hey, understanding the trees you're supposed to cut down, the wood that's used from each tree, for what purposes, the best wood to build this with, to do that with.
Right, because those houses are supposed to be made out of cedar.
Yeah.
Because the mouse, they hate cedar. So closet or pantries is really supposed to be made out of cedar.
Right, man.
You know?
That goes into the sap that's in the different woods, different trees. You know, sap in different trees have different purposes. You get rubber from one, you get, moss coming from another.
Frankincense from one.
Frankincense, yeah.
Yeah. That's where you get their frankincense resin from. It's like the wood of a tree. It's like the oil. Yep. Just like a scab that you would get. That's what that resin is, like a scab, you know, for the tree. You see? So you see how much wisdom they went into creating the earth. See, that's what we coming back to, man. It's much higher, all right? You know, the kingdom ain't just gonna be Uncle Luke thing. Yeah. You know,
And all the women having a party,
a
all
pool
the
party,
Yeah.
you know,
Barbecue.
yeah. You waking up everywhere in the yard, you know, in the trunk, in the box. No, man. You're going to be running the earth with wisdom, man. You got it.
We're going to be exploring the Most High's wisdom.
Yep.
Because the scripture said that the Lord's wisdom is infinite. Now, my thoughts are not your thoughts. So we're going to be, discovering the Lord's wisdom every day, whether it be in the depths of the sea, in these different herbs, plants, how medicinal, like, our own bodies, in the heavens, man. Exploring different planets. Right. And who knows, man, a different galaxy or universe or planet might have a different periodic table. You know, just a whole other different.
It does. And that's what it goes into. His knowledge being infinite, because it's always gonna be new levels for us to reach.
Right.
Like the Lord don't have no tap out. He
Right.
ain't got no cap.
Yeah.
You know?
Nope.
Like
The wisdom, we been to the point of controlling the heaven.
Well,
yeah.
We're gonna have wisdom.
Yeah.
He spake also of beasts and of fowl and creeping things and of fishes. And there came about people to hear the wisdom of Solomon.
All people came to hear the wisdom of Solomon. Just like it said in Isaiah. See? All the nations shall flow into it. All nations flow to Solomon for their wisdom. Because you got to think a kingdom is like a business. You know? A kingdom is a big functioning business. You know? So if your business booming, my business is barely hanging on, I'm going to come to you. All right? Just like today. Like what Esau charged you to come to him and get a business idea.
Right.
So you had to bring tribute to Solomon because he's going to put you on something. You know? Like Queen Sheba. She came, she said all her questions got answered. You know? Then she said they told me about you, but they didn't tell me to ask. Alright? She thought the doorman was Solomon. Then when she seen Solomon, yeah, she seen Solomon, she made it fainted, man. You know? So that shows you, so that shows you that the way we moved in the ancient world was completely different from now, man.
And Queen Sheba, she was like a queen of a whole kingdom or queendom.
Yeah.
You know, because that's like that boss bitch mentality. She you know, he humbled her ass just by appearing before.
Right.
You know, I was gonna say, imagine like all these boss bitch mentality bitches in the day of Isaiah 4:1. That comes to pass.
Yeah, that was their,
look at it.
it's a lot. You got
You
it. Say that was their wisdom, like they say in Ecclesiastes. A man wisdom maketh his face to shine, right? And that's also why I say we can't behold the glory of the Lord. You know, not in these bodies. You drop if King Solomon, as an earthly man, made Queen Sheba faint. Y'all telling me y'all want to see the Most High?
right.
You want to see the Lord?
Come on, man.
Come on, man.
We ain't ready.
We ain't ready.
Hey, just read that real quick, because this gonna go into what the brother was saying.
This is Matthew chapter 12.
What you say, Queen Sheba had that boss bitch mentality?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
This is Matthew 12, verse 42. And the queen of the south shall rise up in the judgment with this generation.
The queen of the south.
Matthew 12, verse 42. And the queen of the south shall rise up in judgment with this generation.
Now, when you read that, you know, the queen of the south speaking of the queen of sheep. Now, what is it speaking of? You're going to rise up against judgment in generation. Because you had Howard Shah, all right, you know, which was Solomon, he was amongst Israel. He was right there. So why is the queen of the south going to rise up in judgment? Go ahead.
For she came from the uttermost parts of the earth.
She came from the uttermost parts of the earth. How many niggas gonna walk by today, man? And the word is right here. Because like you were saying, when you go to the map where Queen Sheba was from, what she ruled will be modern day Yemen. So Yemen is at the very bottom of Saudi Arabia. So this is back in the ancient world. She had to travel from Yemen. She had to go all the way through Saudi Arabia just to get to Jerusalem, man. See? But now you got the word in your pocket. See? So read that again.
For she came from the uttermost parts of the earth.
She came from the uttermost parts of the earth. She went through that whole desert, man, in Saudi Arabia, man. You know? Pull it up, Saudi Arabia. Map of the Middle East, but she came way from the bottom of Yemen, went to Saudi Arabia to go see Solomon, man. That probably took shit damn near a year. I don't tell how long it took, man. You know? But see, it's judgment against you niggas, man. All right, you proud with her, man, because she came that far to hear what? And wisdom. And she just heard about the wisdom. So she really took a chance. You know? 'Cause they could have been lying. See? Yeah. So she really took a chance, man.
She walked by faith.
Yeah.
To hear the wisdom of Solomon, and behold, greater than Solomon is hers.
Behold, greater than Solomon is here, man. So she went all the way through Saudi Arabia to go see Solomon. But here it is, and how Shah has made itself available throughout the whole earth. And what do you have, man? Our people just walk by. Don't even consider it. They might stop for about 2 seconds, you know? Then they don't even consider, man. Yep. See? So she had to go across the whole, you know, then she came by sea. She had to come to Yemen, you know? All the way through there. She at the bottom of Saudi Arabia, you know? But that just shows you the queen of the south
From Yemen to Israel.
gonna be against you, Jake, man. It's a witness against you, man. You know? That was fun, bro. Yeah, so get away. Who out here?
I ain't had nothing, bro.
I got some.
You got something cool. You got a piece of?
I got one there too.
2 hours down. This is gonna be all.
This
You had something too.
It's Ecclesiastes 1 and 9. The thing that hath been is that which shall be.
Yeah, because their kingdom is coming back, but it's gonna be in a bunch of glorious way. All right, let's talk about the last one. Glory and form. See, because it's gonna be eternal. When you read the book of Ecclesiastes, King Solomon married what he knew was vain because he didn't have immortality. See, so it didn't matter how much he had last, he was not like that. You know, he was secure because he had to die. Then he was like, who knows if I should see him behind, you know, to a king.
So, that Ecclesiastes 1 and 9, and that which is done is that which shall be done. And there is no new thing under the sun. Now, when the Lord created the earth, right, when he finished everything before we got beguiled by the serpent, Eve got beguiled by the serpent, and we simply followed after. He said it was done, it was good. That's going to be done again. But this time, we're not going to be able to go off. We know the serpent is going to be able to get our woman and get her to go out, and we're going to simp behind her. That ain't
Whisper in the ear.
yeah, whisper in her ear.
He gonna be so busy working.
Yeah. He ain't gonna be thinking about nothing.
He gonna have
like
time
who was that, Lazarus?
Yeah.
He's looking for some relief. Look at you get a drop.
You're going to be trying to figure out how to breathe. Y'all got it though, bro.
You got yours, bro.
This is back to the nations shall flow into it. This is Isaiah chapter 60, verse 11. It says, I'm going to start from 10. It says, Isaiah 60 and 10, it says, and the sons of the stranger shall build up thy walls.
Sons of the stranger, the other nations shall build up thy wall. All right? Hey, construction is going to be a highly high demand.
Yeah.
All right?
Stimulation.
Hey, I remember you saying years ago too, like ain't gonna be nothing for
PPE.
Yeah. Hey, if he die, he die. Goddamn, I need it done. I
You
got
know,
one
ocean.
too. Right.
It says, there shall be, and their kings shall minister unto thee.
Yep. Hey, that's true power. When you put someone else kings in captivity, that's a true force of power. You know? Because when we go into Joshua, when we go into the promised land the first time, all right, what happened, man? And he told Israel, you know, he had come to the kings of these heathens, and he told them, look, he told the men of Israel, put your foot on the necks of your enemies, man. There was other kings. All right? And that's when you go ahead.
No, you got it, bro.
Yeah, but that's like on 300 when we had the...
I was just going to say the same thing in the spirit.
Yeah.
You got it.
Same thing, man. That's why y'all shot knowing the king of kings. He's going to be king over us, but you going to be king. But then he used to be kings, you know, he's going to rule over them, man.
It says in the book of Revelation, he come with many crowns.
Yep, he come with many crowns.
Kings.
Got it.
It It says, and their king shall minister unto thee, for in my wrath I smote thee, but in my favor I have mercy upon thee.
Just talking about Israel. You see? Because in his wrath he put us in captivity. Right. His mercy he gonna put us in rulership.
Right.
See? Go ahead.
It says, therefore thy gate shall be open continuously.
Yep.
And
like Queen Sheba came, it's gonna be like that all day. We're gonna be getting traffic and tribute all day, man. You know, that's why the scripture say, I think in the same chapter, talking about how exactly it's gonna be righteous. Because see, somebody gonna have to be overseeing, you know, what's coming in. You know? That's why like you have 144,000, you know, you have richer than 1/3, you know. Everybody gonna have different offices in the kingdom, man. They're gonna oversee that process of what's coming in, man. Go ahead.
it says, and they shall not be shut day nor night.
Yep. I'm on the Sabbath. You know, but every time else, number of traffic coming in, man. You gotta think, like we read, I think Brother read earlier in Haggai, how we work so much, you know, for a man with whole. It's gonna be the complete opposite, man. It's gonna be so much coming in. You see? You know?
I can continue to build storage houses.
You know?
Have to keep adding to the mansion. Hey, that's the flip side of the verse of how I said we go to number 37. Now all these questions that come up y'all just hate me. And along with that, what? Slavery dude gotta have it.
He saw net worth in the kingdom.
I saw him thinking that.
The whole 1,000 years. Alright? If we find out that Edomite got a penny, this nigga got one sea sand of gold. You know, it's gonna be a genocide. You know? That nigga don't need nothing, but we just need your energy. That's it. Alright? Everything gonna be distributed to you, man.
Hey, we wanna see back and ass. That's it.
Hey, just like Freeze off of Judge, he referred to his servants as numbers, meaning number 21, meaning number 32.
Yep. You know?
They ain't gonna have no name.
Hey, that's how Jake is when he go to jail, man. Yeah. He just a goddamn number, man. He just a number, man. Yep. Hey, I had one too.
It says, the men may bring unto thee the forces of the Gentiles.
Forces, which is their substance, man. All right? Like, because I think that this osmolatry, I think it is in June. If I'm not mistaken. So you know, when she was brought to this, man, down there in Gimmon and Talk, and all that, it's like this down there by Gimmon. You know, but there's like something this by osmolatry.
Which I Googled it, which, you know, give or take, but it says it takes about around 35 to 40 days to make that.
That's true. That's true. About a month.
Who are talking about from Yemen to Israel?
Yemen to Israel.
It said, now?
Yeah, I just Googled. Yeah,
I'm talking about now.
Yeah, now. You know, that's what I'm saying. You know, that's what I said, give or take. You know.
She was on a camel.
It says, and their kings may bring broad.
Yep.
For the nations and kingdoms that will not serve thee shall perish.
Yep.
Yea, those nations shall be utterly wasted.
Yeah, there's stipulation in there for your boy. Alright? He didn't have nothing to do right, man. So eventually he gonna have to be done away with, man. And Earth and existence gonna move on without this nigga, man.
Can't get right.
Yeah. But the only nation that nigga concerned about is Esau Edom, man. Is the so-called white man. You know? But existence is gonna go on lovely without this nigga, man. He's not needed. What does he bring to the earth, man?
Yep.
You know? This man has sprinkled death and everything, man. See? Even the other nations, they have something that they can bring to the earth. They can benefit the earth. You know? But this nigga brings nothing to the earth, man. You know?
What's say, we envy of the devil.
Yep.
Wisdom of Solomon. I will hold it.
This is Revelation chapter 18, verse 17. The main point is in 19. For in 1 hour, so great riches is come to naught, and every shipmaster and all the company in the ships and sailors, and as many as trade by sea, stood afar off.
Yep, because America is nothing but a consumer country, man. All right? Because even when you order stuff on Amazon and all these different apps. A lot of that stuff gotta get shipped across seas, man. You know, there's a lot of things that come from overseas. In America, you can get you some incense, you know, for brick. You know, that's how convenient America has become. See, this is nothing but the consumer nation where all the earth thrive off the business of America, man. You know, that's why the American dollar is still relevant, because it buys, you know, goods from these other countries, man. And in return, they can take that American dollar and buy oil. That's why the dollar is known as what? The petro dollar. You see? Because you can take the American dollar anywhere and you good, man. All right? But you take the Sudanese currency somewhere, you're gonna be through.
They call oil what? Black gold.
Yep. So when this place falls, man, you know, these nations cash cow, all right, they're gonna be destroyed. But they not gonna need no cash cow. They going to captivity when we come out from chariots, man.
That's right.
Go ahead.
Verse 18. And cried when they saw the smoke of her burning, saying, what city is like unto this great city?
Go ahead.
Verse 19. And they cast dust on their heads and cried, weeping and wailing and saying, at last, that great city wherein were made rich all that had ships, deceived by the reason of her costliness, for in 1 hour is she made desolate.
Woo! Easy work. Hey, because they already shut the got stuff up here. Because it shows you Moscow, all right? They got buses that can go from Moscow to New York in 30 minutes. Hypersonic, you know? So it's gonna take 30 minutes to get here, 30 minutes to destroy it, man.
1 hour.
You know? 1 hour, man. So, and that's gonna show great power, because this is a big land mass, man. America is huge, man. To destroy a land this big in 1 hour, that's a big showcase of power, man. You know? You got it, bro.
This is Amos chapter 9, verse 11. In that day will I raise up the tabernacle of David.
Can you start at 8?
This is Amos chapter 9, verse 8. Behold, the eyes of the Lord, thy power are upon the sinful kingdom, and I will destroy it from off the face of the earth.
What's the eyes of the Lord? Chariots. See? That's the eyes of the Lord. So why do you think they have all these UFO sites, man? You know? Proverbs 15:3 is up. They're going to get back to what the brother was saying. And see, the chariots are not just joyride, man. They'll send a report back to the throne.
Proverbs 15:3. The eyes of the Lord, Yahweh are in every place, beholding the evil and the good.
The eyes of the Lord are in every place, beholding the evil and the good. You know? So he knows about all these secret rituals that niggas have done. You know, because your favorite rapper and celebrity have done some hell of a rituals, man. Alright? That you love and idolize, but the Lord sees all that. These elites, what they're doing, he sees all that, man. The angels report everything, man. Alright? You go to Daniel 7th chapter, it tells you how, you know, around the throne, how shall brought to the ancient days, it was nothing but angels that ministered unto him. They was coming back giving reports. Then he'd send them on a mission and come back give a report, man. You know? Go ahead.
And it also says, I think this is a rock, the Lord's eyes are 10,000 times brighter than the sun. Now the sun touches everything. Ain't nowhere on the earth that the sun don't shine. So the angels, the power of the angels is even greater than the sun.
Saving that I will not utterly destroy the house of Jacob, said the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua.
That's the election. See? Because a lot of our people will be caught up in this destruction with this simple kingdom, man. But they refuse to repent, man. You know? Like, you gotta understand, like, when the Lord say his hand is stretched out still, we're like the Most High hand in the earth. This is an extension of the spirit world. He's not going to physically come down here, but this is the Lord stretching his hand to the earth, man. See? And people are walking by. Hey, it's like you see somebody you know, and you get hand out for a shake.
Yeah.
They don't shake it.
Yeah.
You gonna feel some type of way, man.
Yeah.
You know, so the Most High has your hand out, everybody walking by. You know? Everybody walking by, the hand out, but you walking by. Alright? So it's gonna be like that. You know? Go ahead.
Verse 9, for lo, I will command, and I will sift the house of Israel among all nations.
Yeah, sift is to shake up. Alright? It's to agitate. You know? That's what's being happened. It's a great sifting amongst the nation, man. Even amongst guys that know that they're Israelites, you know, there's a sifting going on now. So you know why these champions are so heavy in the earth right now, man. You know, they're pride demons. You know, they got this spirit of trying to be deep.
Right.
You know, they trying to stand out, trying to get some type of glory. You know, that's the way that the Lord is sifting you, man. The things that you lust after, Most High put in your lap to see what you're gonna do, man. You know, so that's how the Most High is sifting. You know, or the Most High, the Scripture put that talk about how this is a trial. You know, burdensome stone. You know. So the Most High is sifting the nation, man, through all type of ways. Go ahead.
Like as a corn sifted in a sieve, yet shall not least grain fall upon the earth.
Yeah, that's speaking of the elect. Go ahead.
Verse 10, all the sinners of my people shall die by the sword.
Yeah, because Lord is finna turn Esau, he loose on you niggas, man. See, that's what you don't understand. All right? Because see, our people walk around like that old era, you know, Esau was burning niggas and hanging Jake and, you know, feeding Jake to alligators, you know, gator bait. See, they think that generation Edomites died off.
Right.
No, them niggas is back. You just don't see it.
Hey,
They're the ones in power.
They're all on the dark web and stuff.
Yep.
Hey, I had Jake at the shop all the time talking about, well, if I was back then,
you would beat your ass, beat
yeah, you would have been tired up, man.
You would have been hanging
right.
like this.
You wouldn't have done shit.
Goddamn thing.
Nope.
You know,
right.
Just like you can't, just, you know, run in on this elite pedophile room. You know, when Jeffrey Epstein was getting, you know, island, you didn't know nothing about it. You couldn't stop it.
Yeah.
You know that children go missing, you know, every day, but you can't do nothing about it.
Yeah. That nigga talking about what he would have did back then. The same nigga get pulled over now, all right, and start speaking perfect English. You know? This nigga talking about what he'd do back then, but he get pulled over now, he can speak perfect English.
Right.
Yes, sir. No, sir. I'm going home, sir. Like, I ain't no speed. I ain't
speaking proper as hell.
I ain't no speed limit 45, sir. Go to court. Sir, you to death, goddamn.
They said judge all right, you pop up.
Yeah.
He be first one up.
Yeah. But then you can talk about you were back there. Then it's okay, you want your ass more, goddamn. Alright, you been the first nigga on the tree. You know? And Jake think they the only thing that talk like this.
Right. They the only one. That Turner spirit, man. They top, but you gonna get your chance to see what you, real soon to see what you were gonna really do. We gonna see. Most I gonna put you to the test, man. Esau got something for your ass, man. He's still in that spirit like you're going into, bro. He ain't changed, man. You know, that rust, like you saying,
like iron rust.
Right. That rust ain't went away, man.
And one thing about it, rust can't go away.
Right.
You know, I deal with that type of shit at work. You can put acetone on it, you can paint it, you can grind it down.
Going nowhere.
Rust make that paint feel.
So you know the Lord comparing the so-called white man to this.
You read that again, bro?
This is Amos chapter 9, verse 10. All the sinners of my people shall die by the sword, which say, the evil shall not overtake nor prevent us.
That's what he said, what your boy say? Yeah, if I was back then. See, Jay got that spirit, you know, like, this is a new day. You know, no, Esau just ain't been directly at you niggas, man. All right? That's all that is. Yeah, because you niggas in line.
Yeah.
All right? Because you niggas straighten up. You know? Because there's things that you'll do in certain parts of the city that you ain't gonna do in other parts of the city. All right? Well, we stay in Jackson. You know, outside of Jackson, you got Rankin County and Madison County, and that's where Esau dwell. All right? That's where all the heart surgeons and politicians stay in. All right? Niggas don't even cross that line. You know?
Gun line.
Yeah, it's like a fence. All right? If you get a flat tire in Madison, you really can't call nobody. Right. They ask you where you at. Like you tell Drake, I got a flat tire. I'm in Madison. Jake gonna say, what the fuck you doing out there? That's the first thing I ain't gonna ask you. You know?
Roadside assistance.
You know? That's how it is in up north. We gotta where like if your car don't even look like it belongs in the area, you can pull it over.
Yeah.
And saying, hey, what you doing? If you ain't got no, if your license doesn't register out in that they'll tell you to leave.
That's nationwide. That's why you have like this city, Memphis. You got the city police that only patrol certain areas. But take for instance, like Barney got his own police, or Collierville got his own police, because it's the shit that they ain't gonna tolerate. That the city police, like, man, you can ride Memphis smoking the blunt and let the window down and blow the smoke, and the police face in Memphis. do that shit in Germantown, Collierville, Barney. Okay.
Try that shit in Arkansas.
You're in the thousands.
Should be called critical county.
You're in the thousands.
It's verse 11. In that day will I raise up the tabernacle of David that is fallen, and close up the breaches thereof. And I will raise up his ruins, and I will build it as the days of old.
Yeah, that's what you're seeing now. All right? Because this is the tabernacle of David, Lord with it. You know? This is all the tribes. It's not just the southern kingdom. All right? The Jewish Benjamin and Levi, you got all tribes raised up in the spirit, man. See? So this thing is happening real time, man. You know? The house of David is being built.
Let's say the thing that had been is the thing that shall be. You know? It's coming back.
That they may possess the remnant of Edom and all of the heathen which are called by name, says the Lord Yahweh, that does this.
Yep. And we're going to possess the remnant. All right, we're going to get that land, man. You know? Because there's that relief land. All right?
They won't be a king in the earth. The only nations that's going to get lands are those that we're going to allow to have their own kingdom. And Esau, he'll never be a king again.
Because he's going to be a people.
Huh?
And he's not even going to be a people.
Yeah, he's not going to be a people. Like I say, he's going to be a number. Right. In the kingdom, he's going to be a number. Pretty much. He's going to be done away with. So that land, you got the land of Edom, ain't going to be no land called Edom no more. That land of Edom was under Judah. Yep. So the tribe's going to inherit that land. No?
This is Psalms chapter 58, verse 10. The righteous shall rejoice when he seeth the vengeance, and he shall wash his feet in the blood of the wicked.
Yeah, so we're going to rejoice at the downfall, man. Hey, the scripture tell you, real quick, Revelation 18:20. Hey, we can't wait till this place is destroyed, man.
That's right.
All right? We await the downfall of America, man. We await the missiles to turn this place to a desert, man.
That's right.
All right? Because America has produced nothing but wickedness in the earth, man. The mother of harlots, man. You know? Go ahead.
Revelation 18:20. Rejoice over her, thou heaven, and ye holy apostles and prophets.
Rejoice over her, America, man. That's gonna be your true celebration, man. Everybody's celebrating these holidays. See, no, celebration for the prophets is the destruction of America.
That's
right.
And that's going to be a great fireworks show.
That's right.
Right,
Yeah.
see? And how about Shimon outside? He's going to show you a fireworks show, man.
Man.
It's going to make the earth rock.
That's right.
All right? So that's what we're going to celebrate, man. Hey, because we get, you know how we used to get amped up about basketball and shit, the game?
Yeah.
That's how we get amped up now. Hey, when Putin said that shit, I was like, hell yeah.
There you go.
What you gonna do about it, goddammit? Yeah. That's how we excited about the prophets.
We'll pull it up like old boys in the mail truck.
Yeah. Don't be a minute. Yeah.
We have
It says, for the Most High, our power has avenged you on her.
Yep, have avenged you on her, man. So our vengeance is gonna come from on high. That's why we not, around here upset to the point like we gotta go do something ourselves, man, because we know our judgment, our vengeance is gonna come from on high. The scripture say he's gonna avenge his elect speedily.
That's why he gave us too. He said, be ye angry, but sin not. Why? Because the Lord gonna come back and be the king. So-called white man, the other nations, what they have done.
He's a prophet. He sent forth the apostle last, man. This is it. This is the last warning, all right, before the Most High and show the indignation, man. This is the last warning that you people gonna get, man. All right? Anybody has something?
Second Ezra, chapter 13, verse 3. And I beheld, and lo, that man waxed strong with the thousands of heaven.
That's your house shot in the chair. The angel, go ahead.
And when he turned his countenance to look, all the things trembled that were seen under him.
Yep, hey, because he's going to be in that chariot, all right? And when, hey, the earth see your house shot in the chariot, those angels, man. That's why Scripture talk about that the great white throne over the whole earth fled, man. All right? People going to be scrambling, man. You're going to be kicking people off, man. Just like on the war world, man. All right?
Just like I was speaking on how Queen of Sheba fainted when she saw Solomon, see him in his glory.
Verse 4. And whensoever the voice went out of his mouth, all they burned that heard his voice, like as the earth falleth when it filleth the fire.
Yeah, and that mouth just goes into the opening of the chariot.
It's fireworks stuff.
Yeah, the mouth. He's talking about the opening of the chariot. He's not going to be like
The laser beam.
dragon. No, it's the opening of the chariot. See, go ahead.
It's Ezekiel 25, verse 14. And I will lay my vengeance upon Edom by the hand of my people Israel, and they should do in Edom according to my anger, and according to my fury, and they should know my vengeance, said the Lord Yahweh.
Hey, that's going to be the end of this kingdom and transition into our kingdom. All right, the Lord going to lift a standard on these devils.
That's right.
All right? Hey, hey, you brothers got to understand, man. Hey, Most High going to give us the power to get down with these people, man.
That's right.
You know? That standard going to be lifted, man. Yeah, those that wait on the Lord. All right?
They shall renew their strength. Like songs where it says, I had a bow of iron freight.
Yep, 18. Yep.
Like I said, go up and lift their standard up.
They're going to get busy with these people, man. Hey, because I be watching that shit. I be like, sometimes, like, damn, I ran them bullshit, man. You know? Like, you know, that standard lifter, we gonna fast forward this thing, man. You know? We know.
Due time.
Yep, in due time. You got it, bro.
Verse 5. And after this I beheld, and lo, there was gathered together a multitude of men out of number from the four winds of the heaven to subdue the man that came out of the sea.
And that's World War III, man. That's what it's breaking down. You watch that movie, General Will Smith, Independence Day. You know, and talk about all of those nations. You got Russia, you got China, like Italy, Japan, you know what I'm saying, North Korea, South Korea, all these other countries, including out of America, they gonna all be fighting. That's what I say, you know, Armageddon. All right, your house is hot. All right, the Most High judge. In the Middle East, that's where the Lord is sending everybody up there. All right, but when they can, when they be fighting in the sky, you know, it's like on crazy clouds, man. Do that again now.
2 Ezra 13 and 5.
Yeah.
And after this I beheld, and lo, there was gathered together a multitude of men out of number from the four winds of the heaven.
Right, so they're talking about all the nations, man. All right, that was going to war. They was warring with America. Go ahead.
To subdue the man that came out of the sea.
And brother already told you that was the hour shot. When he came out of the water, out of the sky. Go ahead.
But I beheld, and lo, he had granted himself a great mountain and flew up upon it.
They're really talking about what the so-called year of Moses. That's the eye of Moses. They identified the without salvation. All right, so he's going to be on the biggest ship. All right, so they can do up over there the same stuff.
It's a lesson. Yeah.
Yeah, right?
Voice of God.
Hey, you can't make that
All
up.
right, good.
Yeah. Before I was saying,
Now.
Yep.
they gonna be dropping two.
Yep.
Verse 7. But I would have seen the region or place whereout the hill was graven, and I could not. And after this I beheld, and lo, all they which were gathered together to subdue him was sore afraid.
Right, so they see it, so they never stop it for us, man. All right? Because that's why I say the God behind the put the spirit on there. Because the flesh is blinded that, you know, the average somebody and the average January. Man, they're going to see something they never stop it for, man. So shit, Esau never put on television. They're going to be fighting. They're going to be going there and shitting on themselves.
Boys gonna see that cherry and they gonna think about their contract and they gonna add that shit up. Like, nah, this shit, hell nah, I ain't signed up for this.
Hey, what the Lord gonna do? The Lord gonna put it on their spirit, man.
Yup.
All right? Just like Will Smith was talking that shit. Then when the so-called UFOs came through, started invading them, y'all said, we don't go out like that. We're gonna get together. We're gonna move. All right? It's the same spirit the Lord gonna put on y'all then. Go ahead, huh?
Verse 9, and lo, as he saw the violence of the multitude that came,
Yeah.
he neither lifted up his hand, nor held sword, nor any instrument of war. But only I saw that he sent out of his mouth, as it had been a blast of fire, and out of his lips a flaming breath,
Go to fireworks.
and out of his tongue he cast out sparks and tempests.
So cherry's gonna be shooting all type of fire, concentrated. Like it's gonna be all type of miraculous power in the form of fire coming out of them cherries, man. You know how you got those jets that can shoot like and they can shoot like seeking missiles. Man, Lord coming with way beyond what they got, man.
Right.
Come on, variety packs. Look like you're gonna get the variety packs.
Shoot everything.
Yeah, everything.
Variety packs, they all shoot different.
Yeah. Yeah.
And they were all mixed together, the blast of fire, the flaming breath, and the great tempest, and fell with violence upon the multitude which was prepared to fight, and burned them up every one, so that upon a sudden of an innumerable multitude nothing was to be perceived, but only dust and smell of smoke. When I saw this, I was afraid.
Who should not be hugged in the power of his
Crazy,
presence?
man.
See what them missiles gonna do? You see what the laser beam gonna do? You see what the cherries, the angels gonna do? You don't want to be a part of it. You don't want to be a part of it.
Man. Man, something. Real quick. Yeah. It's back you up in due time. This is 2nd Ezra 7 and 43. But the day of doom shall be the end of this time and the beginning of immortality. For to come where incorruption is past.
That's immortality for the elect of the nation of Israel. You know, eventually, Jake get down on this side, he'll be birthed into immortality in the kingdom. Through the loins of the elect.
that's why I say he's out the moon of the world and they can get that power because the kingdom of heaven is for the Israelites. Right. All right, and if they're gonna have any more body. See? Right. But the end, what? Esau society was destruction. That's what we were principal by what? World War II.
Hey, matter of fact, what he read, while that's going on, the elect gonna be watching from afar.
Man.
Bird's eye view.
Come up here. Rejoicing gonna take place. Now you gotta really see that, like you gonna see America destroyed. One of the people was on the front line of them. We don't know chariots, man. No? Hey, change, power shine unto them, man. Our rejoicing is we don't keep, man. You know? That's what we fight for, man. That's what we gonna give up everything for, man.
Right.
We come into a time where we gonna have to sacrifice everything, man. We have to lose material things, some people. Alright? But we can't think like mortals, we gotta think like immortals. We're gonna get them back. Yep, we're gonna get everything back, but see, you wanna be on the throne when they come back. Right? That's the whole mindset. I'm gonna be on the throne when they come back. You see, I gotta get to that throne. Each individual brother gotta have a mindset. I gotta get to my throne first, man. You know? Because the kingdom gonna solve everything else, man. So hey, prepare to lose when the time to come, but look at what we gonna gain though, man. You know, because really that's why the Most High put the spirit on to despise and play so much. It's gonna be easy to let this shit go, man. You gotta lose to win, man. Yep. You got to lose. Taking L's over there, but that devil in the kingdom of heaven is ridiculous. When I am weak, then when I'm strong. Exactly. That's why we strong in our faith. Exactly. We rely on by our shot. All right, so with that, I hope you brothers are edified. Once again, we give all honor and glory and power to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Rakakwadash.
I'll take up honor to our elders, our great apostles, that millstone, who will teach well, being great example to Israel, mainly elect, peace and blessing, hopefully elect on the foremost, be great song.
Above, above!